I used to do gangbang parties and I would get for like 50 dudes a night.
ABGs are pretty much
types of Asians at school. Guys, someone who's half Asian, half Latino, you know, I know what it's like. Which Asian were you? The type of Asian I was the more, I guess, the chill one. I was kind of just average, you know. I wasn't really popular. I wasn't really, you know, down there, but, you know, it was just pretty average, you know. So, yeah, let's get into this.
They are everywhere, bro. In movies, TV shows, video games, OnlyFans, you name it. Asians take up 55.22% of the world's population. And because there's so much of them, they come in different shapes, sizes, forms, variants. They have got to be the most versatile group of people of all time. So in this video, I'm just going to talk about the different types of Asians you can come across. Just a quick disclaimer, this video was not meant to be racist or offensive. This video is all satire. Please do not take anything I say too seriously. And with that being said, let's talk about the first type of Asian. Asian fuckboys, or more commonly known as Kevin Wens, have got—
Who is Kevin Wen? I have no idea who that is. And I've heard that name so many times. Like, oh, I want Kevin Wen. I want Kevin Wen. Like, what?
To be one of the most well-known types of Asians you can find. The reason why toxic—
That guy just— what did you just do?
Kevin Wens have got to be one of the most well-known types
That guy was on a rape. Dude.
Of Asians you can find. The reason why toxic / fuckboy Asians are—
a lot of Asian kids at my school used to rape a lot, so
known as Kevin Wens, because Kevin is like the most common non-Asian Asian name, if you know what I mean.
For me, I saw a lot of Asian kids with the name Brian, so it was never Kevin. I know like only like 2 people who were Asian named Kevin, so.
The last name Nguyen is mainly because a lot of these toxic Asian guys are of Vietnamese descent. I'm not trying to say that all Vietnamese guys are fuckboys. Like, there's also hella Filipinos and Chinese guys that also fall under the Kevin Nguyen category. You guys have probably seen the memes about Kevin Nguyen's, so if you haven't, I'm gonna just put them up on the screen right now. Asian boys with fake hood accents make me laugh. Like, okay, Kevin Nguyen. Kevin Nguyen. Diamond rank on League of Legends. Says the N-word. Food intake. Boba. Thinks he's black. Drives a Lexus.
Says the N-word before?
Fuckboy. Bro, don't even get me started on the amount of Asians that act like they're from the hood when they're not. One guy that I used to be friends with ended up becoming—
Yo, you're not from the hood. Your dad's probably a doctor or / lawyer, so you're not from the hood. You grew up in the suburbs at best, or even like in the higher ups of LA and higher ups of California. So you're not from the hood. You never owned a Glock before. Even like fucking K-pop boys talking about gangs and shit and murder when you live in fucking Korea, where you don't even have guns you can use. You can't even buy one. The police don't even have firearms unless you're doing your standard military service. You can't get guns. So what are you talking about? What do you know about being hood? You don't. I don't know about being hood. I don't even know about being hood. I live in the fucking suburbs.
One of those types of Asians. But I remember back when I was little, like around 5 to 9 years old, I was low-key a bad kid at school. Like, I would get in trouble with a lot of the teachers and get sent to the principal's office. And the friend I was talking about earlier, he was the one that always snitched on me whenever I was doing some dumb shit. And all these years later, he's now the one doing devious activities and acts like he's from the hood. Even though I know he comes from a decently wealthy family, like, I've been to his house before, back when we were still friends. And his house was fucking majestic, bro. It damn near felt like a mansion. And during the start of my friend's hood phase a couple years ago, I decided to catch up with him because we haven't spoken in a while. And when we were talking, he told me that he was now part of a gang.
Part of a gang? Which gang are you joining, bro? I know there's like Vietnamese and Chinese gangs around, or there used to be, you know, back in now. I don't know if they're still around, but they are like Vietnamese American and Chinese American gangs, so maybe. I think also some Filipino gangs, so.
Like, bro, this kid cannot be fucking real. Like, 7 years before all of this, you would snitch on me during lunch at school for saying what the hell, and now you're in a gang? Yeah, bro, sorry for going off track a little bit. I just had to speak my mind on those fake hood type of Asians. Okay, so going back to Kevin Wens, they are also usually found with chains, tattoos, and a bottle of Henny. Oh, yo, by the way, have you guys heard of this song before? This shit goes hard as fuck, I'm not gonna lie. But the sheet aroma all upon the sofa.
That's the guy who had a black guy saying the N-word for him. He said, I'm the only chink that could say N-word.
And also, Kevin Wens usually have like a high fade with a slick back, or they have one of those ramen noodle type perms, or curtains. I feel like a lot of the new generation Kevin Wens have been rocking curtains. Bro, I swear, if you
What
see
is that? Stop doing
10
that.
out of 10 Asian baddie and you're thinking of shooting
An AGB, an ABG, an ABG. I'm not even from California, but I know what that is.
your shot, just know that there's a high chance that she's probably cuffed up with a Kevin Wen or just a random white guy. Speaking of 10 out of 10 Asian baddies, let's move on to the next type of Asian.
I think Keshi is also a victim of that because he has tattoos. He's Vietnamese, so no racial. He's Vietnamese. The only thing he's also from Texas. A lot of these fuckboys, Asian fuckboys, are from Houston, Texas. So,
I used to do gangbang parties and I would get by like 50 dudes a night.
ABGs are pretty much the female version of Kevin Wens. They're toxic, got hella bodies,
50 dudes a night.
got tattoos, and act ratchet as hell. Another characteristic, ABGs are well
I
known
don't find tattoos attractive. I'm sorry. I just don't. I like clean, natural skin. I don't like needles injecting my body, honestly.
for, or that they are straight fiends for boba. If you have followed or are currently following an ABG on Instagram, there's a high chance that during the past week, you've seen them shaking a cup of boba on their Instagram story. Like they be putting the boomerang effect on that shit and they just flex their boba, bro. Putting all of the negative traits of ABGs aside, they look fine as hell, bro. I can't lie. Bro, if Asian girls are not in your top 3 most attractive ethnicity,
okay, you could put Latino, but whatever. It's because I've seen a lot of Asian and Latino people fetishize a lot. I've seen a lot of people fetishize Latino women and Asian women, so that's what I've seen a lot. So I don't know your fan base, but I think maybe your fan base is you have a lot of Asians, so and probably a lot of white people, so
there is definitely something wrong with you, bro. I remember I was chilling with 2 of my friends at school, and I saw this.
I'm attracted to Asians, but he's I'm half Asian, so it would be weird if I wasn't attracted to my own race, right? It would be kind of weird, and I'm half Latino, so it would be weird if I wasn't, again, try to my own people, so right?
Fine Asian girl walked by, and because my 2 other friends are also ABG fiends, I told one of them, his name's Drew, and I was like, Drew, bro, like that's you, go talk to her, bro. Initially, he didn't want to approach her, so I was like, I'm gonna take this matter into my own hands. So as she's walking past us, I quickly walk up to her, and I was like, yo, excuse me, sorry to bother you, but my friend over there thinks you're pretty, and he wants your Instagram. And I point over to my friend. After this,
have you guys seen Ray with the fucking braid haircut? That shit's corny as fuck. I'm sorry. Kai Cenat, you have to stop that, man. You created that, you have to stop it. You have to put an end to that. I'm sorry. You have to.
she laughed and said, okay. And when this happened, I signaled Drew to come over and talk to her. At this point, I just walked away and watched from afar, and it seemed like everything was going good. They were chopping it up, and they both ended up getting each other's Instagrams. But during the conversation, bro, while Drew was talking to her, he was rubbing his hands together like this, like he was planning something devious. For some reason, the girl didn't mind at all that he was doing it, and yeah, he was able to get the IG. Also, there was this thing that me and my friends did, where one of us had to approach a girl, and instead of asking for her IG or number, we would ask for their email. School email specifically. But do you know what's worse than asking for the email? Asking for the Discord, bro. And this brings us into the next type.
Yo, baby girl, let me get that Gmail. Let me get that Gmail. Let me get that Sarah at Leho High School. Leho High School.
Evasion.
I got a B+.
Asian nerds are pretty much just normal nerds. They're just completely obsessed with a certain topic, whether it would be anime, Dungeons and Dragons, League of Legends, hentai.
I like the anime. So
Asian nerds were chill. They were cool. They didn't cause any problems. However, the one thing about Asian nerds, or just nerds in general, is that they have the highest probability of beating it in the school bathrooms.
Tell me your craziest high school confession.
yo, there was this kid. His race doesn't matter. His race doesn't matter. He was Korean. Who beat it? I'm not talking about Michael Jackson. And on a trip. Yeah. It was true. There were stories about it, and I believed him. I believed him because he was a weird ass kid. So he was beating it. Yeah, I'm not talking again. No Michael Jackson. And he was weirdly sexual too. He would follow me when one time when I took a piss, he would follow me So yeah, you was a weird guy, yeah.
The toilet at school. He wank in the toilet, man. Stop playing with me, man.
Convergence sequence assists to turnover ratio divided by 2 equals a polynomial of an African American man.
This one's pretty self-explanatory, bro. These types of Asians are the ones that study 24/7 and are just obsessed with getting good grades. If you see a smart Asian guy or girl acing every test, having perfect grades, 9 times out of 10, they're only doing it because they got really strict parents that would start piecing them up if they got anything below 100%.
Probably,
With
yeah.
smart Asians, I feel like it's kind of 50-50 when it comes to if they're chill or not. Like some of them, you can hit them up and ask for the answers to homework and they would give it to you. I was low-key this type of person at school, but I would only give help to people that were cool with me, because if a lot of people hit you up for the homework
I used to do that too. You know, I was just mad when people would ask me for the answers, and I'm like only if I was cool with them, because the people who everyone crap, I would just ignore them. I'm like, yo, Meg, what's the answer to number 10? I'm like, I'll just ignore them. I'll just completely stay on my paper. I'll pretend like they weren't even there. But my homeboy, my homeboy asked, yo, Meg, what's the answer to number 10? Oh, I got you right. It's this one right here. If I was cool with them, I'll give the answer. I was low-key kind of smart one.
really fuck with them and you still end up giving them the homework, you're just getting bitched, bro. Like, you're getting used. And don't even get me started on the people that give their homework answers to girls as an attempt to try and bag them, bro. Anyways, next type of Asian.
Hello, I need to speak to somebody who can speak a Chinese.
9 times out of 10, Asian international students are always Chinese, I swear, bro. And these international students are always super.
I mean, I went to a school that's 60% Korean, so yeah. So a lot of them were Korean. I mean, there was one international Chinese student, and yeah, but it was mostly Korean, so some of them spoke in a thick Korean accent.
For rich, because I'm pretty sure they gotta pay extra since they're an international student. Bro, they be having the craziest fits, bro. They would be wearing Gucci, Supreme, Off-White. They be
I don't know about that one.
rocking them on Clizzy as well. The most common type of fit these international students would wear would be a fit that consists of just straight essentials. Essentials hoodie, essentials pants. Like, they're just essentially rich as fuck, bro. Asian international students are also kind of difficult to talk to because they're still learning English, but most of them are smart, chill people that would always clutch up in the group assignments. You've got Asians that can barely speak English, and you also got Asians that can speak English well. But what about Asians that speak English too well?
Oh my gosh, is that a Porsche?
This is another extremely common type of Asian. The whitewashed Asians pretty much act like stereotypical white people. They got only white friends, play golf, only eat.
So it's like the Asian people talking the hood accent, but instead they talk with a white accent. They go to country club. They go to country clubs and shit like that.
White people food, etc. The whitewashed Asians are also the types of Asians where they don't know how to speak or understand a single word in their country's language. One thing that I see often with whitewashed Asians is that they are low-key ashamed of being Asian sometimes. Like, if you were to ask a whitewashed Asian where they're from, they would most likely say something like, I'm American, I'm Canadian,
I'm from America.
I'm Australian, I'm British. And then you would ask them, where are you really from? And they would just end up saying the city that they live in, or just say, I already told you I'm Australian, I'm not a fucking chingchong. Speaking of Asian Australians, let's talk about the next type of Asian. There are thirst trappers of every ethnicity, every race, but no one does thirst traps like
Jason Wynn used to do this shit.
Asians. Bro, King Henry is so hot. If I was a girl, I'd high heel it and blow my back out. Oh my god. Bro, if I was making an Asian thirst trap, I would probably look dead at the camera. I'm gonna lick my lips and I'm gonna say,
Here we get to
Yeah, I'm about to make a thirst trap right now.
sue me, mess, and let me fuck.